offense and the play calling to Keaton's strengths in the second half. I think if you do that, you put yourselves in a position to get back into this ball game, albeit the defense has to do a better job of getting stops on this Nevada offense that seemed to get it going.
Nevada's going to get the football first to start this second half, as Jake Thompson, the junior, has it teed up, the kickoff specialist for the Aggies. And we're underway here, third quarter. 2 missed field goals, and there is a kickoff out of bounds from Thompson. The kicking game has been abysmal in this one for the Aggies.
Not the way you want to start the second half off, giving Nevada very good field position.
So Warren, 2 missed field goals from 29 and 20. Then Thompson kicks it out of bounds. They have done a great job on kick returns. That has kept them within striking distance here. But it's kind of a mixed bag from the special teams department.
If you're Utah State, you want to give your defense as much congratulatory presence as you can as far as when they're able to get stops by Nevada, stopping this Nevada offense. So those field goals bode big for this defense. If they're able to get points on the board, that makes the defense feel good about getting those early stops.
You saw Tyler Stewart's numbers in the first half. The junior from Simi Valley, California, will start at the 35-yard line. They'll go split backs this time. 2 receivers left. The pistol look. Hand off to Butler running right. Butler tries to turn it upfield, and he's turned back as he gets it just shy of the 40-yard line. Butler, a big first half. The touchdown run, and now 59 yards on the ground. Nick Vigil and Jalen Davis combine on that stop.
And because of this Nevada rushing attack, this becomes a game of possessions in the second half. So every possession is going to count right now. For Utah State, you've got to get a stop. You need to get your offense back on the field.
2nd and 5 from the 40. Butler again, right up the gut, and he breaks one. James Butler's going to go the distance. Touchdown, Nevada. $60 yards, and what a way to open up the second half.
And if you watch the defense on the pre-snap, they're doing a lot of shifting, and it looked like they shifted themselves right out of the play. And Butler saw the seam and got north and south and was gone. There was no catching him. There was nobody to touch him. He didn't see a defender until he got to the third level of the defense.
They take pride in playing their best football second half, and they have come out on fire to open up this third quarter. 8th rushing touchdown for Butler, 2nd in this game, and the extra point is blocked. So it's 27-7 now here at the outset, third quarter. But Butler with 33 and 60-yard touchdown runs.
You see Butler, he gets going. He doesn't see a defender till he gets to the third level of the defense, and that's because they did a lot of pre-snap shifting. And when you do that, you allow the offensive line to see where you're trying to get to. They did 2 pre-snap shifts on that play. So they were in one place, they shifted over to the left, to the right, and they shifted back to the left. And if you watch those offensive linemen, they just took those guys where they were, and Butler, as good as he is, will find the seam, and he saw the seam and immediately got going.
10 carries, 119 yards, and a couple touchdowns. David Mawala, the guy that blocked that extra point, the nose guard for Utah State, but the damage done to open up this third quarter. Nevada really playing some good football here, and it's all on their running game. That was Mawala's 2nd blocked kick, but not a lot going right for the Aggies in this one.
Now let's see what adjustments they've made at the half on this kickoff team, because they have not done a good job at all, Nevada, stopping the return game for Utah State.
Brent Zuzo, that was the first extra point he has not put through the uprights, as he had it blocked. And hit 34 straight prior to that one. And he'll kick this one away. And that one will reach the end zone and a touchback, and the Aggies will have it at the 25-yard line. All right, what do you do if you're Utah State? 78 yards of total offense heading into this third quarter.
Well, you've got to get points on the board, and you've got to get points on the board fast. You're 3 scores down. You're 3 scores away from taking, a 1-point lead, but right now you've got to settle down. You've got to figure out what's working. You've got to look at the first half and see where you've got positive plays, and you've got to get the ball to your playmakers in open space and allow them to make plays. You cannot take your foot off the pedal right now. You can't be conservative.
It's all on the school record holder now. Chucky Keaton, the 5th-year senior. He's going to roll out off the play fake on first down. Trying to buy some time and just throws it away. Nothing available on the near side. Turnovers have been a big story in this one. Jordan Dobrich got it started. A deflection and a pick 6 for Nevada.
Well, Lenny Jones did a good job getting his hand up in the air and tipping that ball up. And Dobrich, once he gets his hands on it, he gets to the end zone for the easy score. And we talked about it. Chucky Keaton throwing the ball against his body for the other interception by Utah State, trying to make a play.
And that was Lane Jr. that picked one off that led to another score. And Ian Seau is back on the field now for Nevada. And Keaton in trouble, and down he goes. And that was Rakeem Yates, the 5th-year senior tackle that got in there, and it looked like he was unprotected on his way to the quarterback.
Well, Yates plays out of a 4-point stance, kind of old schoolish, and he's had such a low center of gravity. You see him right there. There's a missed assignment. The center, Austin Stevens, didn't drop his back foot and get leverage to get him blocked, and that's what happens. And right now, you're going to see this defensive line key on Chucky Keaton because they know he has to pass the football.
And now on 3rd down, Keaton's going to tuck it and try to run for the first down near the stick, and he's close. Great individual effort from Chucky Keaton, and he picks up the first down.
And I don't know why defenders always go for the play fake. When the quarterback has broken the pocket and gotten past the line of scrimmage and fakes to throw the football, the defenders jump up in the air. He's past the line of scrimmage. Guys, you've got to know where the line of scrimmage is. He's not going to throw the football. But a very good job by Keaton doing whatever he can to get that first down.
Keeps the drive alive. They were 1 of 6 on 3rd downs before that conversion. First down now at the 36. Incredible career for Keaton in a tough spot here. Now we have a penalty flag. Movement up front.
False start. 65. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
It's Austin Albrecht, the left tackle.
You have to wonder with this pass rush coming, that Albrecht kind of, jumped the gun on that play because you've got Seau and you've got Lenny Jones, and he's got Seau covering him up right now, and we know what Seau brings off that edge. 1st and
15 now. Football back at the 31-yard line. Hand off Devontae Mays right up the gut, and Mays gets that yardage back and then some. Up to the 39, pickup of 8. Fatuala on the tackle. This is a lot on Chucky Keaton for us. This is a guy that has been the big reason why they're on a school record 4 straight bowl game streak, but just does not have the reps after getting injured at Washington.
But as a senior, these are the opportunities that you look for. He gets an opportunity again to be the leader of this ball club.
Here he is on a play fake, looking for Sharp, and it was broken up. Elijah Moody, the redshirt freshman, the fans wanted contact there, but he got there right as the ball got there.
And I tell you what, if this is not interference, this is one of the greatest defensive back plays that I've seen in a long time. He gets there right when the ball gets there. That is a great play, great non-call. He got there right on time.
Long Beach, California product. His dad played football at Idaho, and he backs up Mitchell at that cornerback spot this season. 3rd down. Rushing 4. Keaton standing in there. Backside pressure. Has it stripped. Picks it up on the run. Keaton again diving forward and close to the first down. That is 2 sensational individual efforts, and I think he may have picked it up.
And you talk about a scrappy play. Keaton never panicked. The ball is knocked out of his hands. He tries to climb the pocket, but you see the pass rush. They knock the ball out of his hands. He picks it up, and he gets up the field.
And that was Seau that stripped it, and the ball bounced right back to him. And they're going to measure, I believe here, it's just shy of the 46-yard line. And you talked about it. This is the moment the seniors relish. It's not an easy situation down 20, but it's a guy you want out there. And he's just short.
And you have to wonder if you're Coach Wells, if you challenge this play. I mean, what do you have to lose right now? Challenge the play, challenge the spot of the ball.
Couple chain links shy. And it's 4th down. And they can't let this game get away from them. They have any chance here, they'll have to convert here on 4th and short.
That's why I say possibly challenge. You have nothing to lose. You're down 3 scores right now. If you don't get this first down, you give Nevada great field position.
2 of 8 on 3rd downs. This is 4th down and less than half a yard.
And this is where, as an offensive lineman, you take upon yourself to accept the challenge.
And a direct snap to Nick Vigil, and he picks up the first down across midfield and to the Nevada 47. Well, Vigil, an important piece as well. A junior, has done a great job on both sides of the ball.
And you know what I like about Vigil running the football? He has vision. A lot of times when you see defenders in the backfield, they just run to a spot. He has vision. He finds the hole and gets positive yards. He doesn't just run up the back of one of his offensive linemen.
Keaton back on now. Fresh set of downs at the 47. Steps up, deep ball, far sideline. And it is incomplete. Some contact over there, no flags, as he was looking for Sharp near the pylon.
And the defender never turned around to locate the football. I'm surprised they didn't get the call on that play. Often when a defender doesn't turn around, watch, Muhammad never turns around to locate the football. He runs facing the offensive player. And I think right there you can call interference on that play because he got his body into the offensive player.
Muhammad, a redshirt freshman. 2nd down and 10 at the 47. Keaton, screen pass into the hands of Lawan Hunt, and Hunt takes it inside the 38, and he's close to the first down. The first we've called of Hunt, the sophomore running back. Jordan Dobrich on the tackle.
And Hunt is just as effective running the football, catching the football out of the backfield. Came into this ball game with 20 receptions. That's what you have to do if you're Utah State. Get the ball to your athletes in space.
And they'll fake it to Hunt this time. Keaton will keep it, has a first down, and he's to the Wolfpack 33-yard line. You cannot talk enough about Chucky Keaton and the great heart that he has. Rakeem Yates on the tackle.
And you said it right there, Trey. Heart and determination. Whether they win this ball game or not, you've got to feel good for the kid, Chucky Keaton, getting another opportunity to go out and lead his guys.
And obviously, you always have concern with several knee injuries. They felt like he wasn't the same guy when they used him at New Mexico, looking more like the old Chucky Keaton now. Pump fake, throws it to the sideline, catch made by Robinson, and he's out of bounds and has a first down inside the 20-yard line.
That was a great decision by Keaton. He went with the pump fake. He wanted to go to Hunter Sharp down the field, but Sharp was covered by 2 defenders, and he went back outside to his wide receiver, Robinson, and that's what you have to do. When your guy's covered, you go back to the guy that's open. He wanted to get the big play, but Hunter Sharp was bracketed. He had a safety over the top, a cornerback underneath. Good job by Keaton.
And Robinson, explosive speed, and he turns it into a big gain. First down out to 17. Mays is back in at running back. Pressure coming. Goes far sideline and overshoots Robinson this time. And you can see a little bit more confidence now from Keaton. And he's emphatic now with a lot of things he's doing out there.
And one thing I think Utah State should look at is some crossing routes right now. They know that Nevada's bringing that pass rush. They're getting bracket coverage on the outside on Sharp because of his ability to get on the top of the defense. Some of these underneath routes may be open.
4-receiver look, couple slot receivers here. Keaton's going to swing it out of the backfield to Lawan Hunt. Hunt makes a man miss, has a first down as he's near the 5-yard line. Jordan Dobrich on the tackle. And all of a sudden they've opened up the passing game and they're spreading out the wealth to a lot of people.
What they did on that play with Hunt, they got him the ball in the open field and allowed him to make a play. You see the lead block on the outside, and Hunt's able to cut it back across the grain and get positive yards.
2 catches, 20 yards for Hunt, the sophomore from Fort Lauderdale, and it's 1st and goal for Utah State. A lot of work to do for Matt Wells' staff, down 20, but they're knocking on the door. Fake kid to Mays, and Mays is in. Unmolested for the score. Looked like a little misdirection there, and Mays has a touchdown, and it's 27-13.
And if you look at that play, it was designed to go behind the left guard, Tyshawn Mosley, but Mays plants that right foot and gets to the outside, and it's a race to the edge, and he gets there before the defender does. Great job by Mays, knowing where to go with the football and getting the score and putting Utah on the board now with hopefully will be 14 points.
So the Aggies get a special teams touchdown, and finally their first offensive touchdown here in the second half. A flag is down as Warren's extra point goes through the uprights, but hold on.
Offsides, number 3, defense. That penalty's declined. Try is good.
So it's a 27-14 game, an important drive by Utah State, and they cash in. 9:05 to go third quarter. Wolfpack lead is 13. A 14-play, 75-yard drive for Utah State to draw within 13. The Wolfpack leading the Aggies here. An important game for both teams. Utah State has been to 4 straight bowl games. That's in jeopardy. They need to get a win to get bowl eligible. Nevada, 9 of the last 10 years they've gone to a bowl, looking for win number 7 to solidify their chances. That was an impressive drive, and Chucky Keaton kept it alive with his feet.
Well, I love his heart and his intensity. He never gave up on any play, even when it looked like the play was dead on the strip. As he was back to pass the ball, he didn't panic. He picked the ball up and actually got them very close to the first down. And enough cannot be said about Nick Vigil and his ability to run the football, who we just found out was an MVP running back in high school.
Yeah, and has been great on both sides of the ball. Jake Thompson's kick returned by Elijah Mitchell, a good return across the 35, and the kick return teams have been good on both sides, and it'll be good field position for the Wolfpack. Well, if you're the Aggies, the concern right now is how do you slow down James Butler? 119 yards and a couple touchdowns.
Well, you've got to stack the box now. You've got to bring your safeties up, and you've got to depend on your defensive backs to be able to cover those receivers on the outside.
There's Hassan Henderson, the top target for Nevada. Big target, split out bottom of the screen. The two backs, Butler and Jackson next to Stewart. They'll hand it off to Butler, and he's hit right away. In the backfield, that's Marlon Evans, and Evans has been the MVP. He has been everywhere defensively at his safety spot.
Here's the safety comes into this ball game with 6.5 tackles for loss. He does a good job of getting around the back's legs and bringing them down. These backs are short and stout. You cannot try and arm tackle them. You've got to get to their lower body to get them down.
The book on Evans is he likes to hit. That's pretty obvious as he laid one on right there. 2nd and 10. Stewart drops back to throw. Pressure coming, fires it, and over the head of Jericho Richardson near the midfield stripe. Now it's 3rd and long. Hayes on the coverage.
And Moala got pressure on Stewart. That's what you have to do. You cannot allow Stewart to get comfortable in the backfield. Bring pressure. Bring someone in his face. Make him throw the ball prematurely. This is a big, big 3rd down. This looks like a passing down. Now, if you're getting man coverage on the outside, you've got to bump these receivers off the line of scrimmage. Don't give them a free release.
They're 6 of 8 on 3rd downs. This is where the Aggies are tough defensively. They're bringing 5. Stewart in trouble, and he has to get rid of the football. The pass rush effective there. The Aggies do their job.
And that was a great job by the pass rush because Henderson had beaten this man off the line of scrimmage. But you see them, I love the way they ran through James Butler. You gotta hunker down, Butler, if you're gonna try and block one of these linebackers coming off the edge. You can't just run up there all nice and pretty. Butler paid for it on that play. I'm sure the coach is going to talk to him about that in film study. You got to get your feet wide. You've got to hunker down because these guys are coming off that edge.
And that was Nick Vigil that was coming in a hurry. As Alex Boy is set to punt it. Rodriguez waiting on the punt. It's a low liner, returnable. He's got it at the 25. Rodriguez near side 35 and out of bounds. A flag is thrown as he goes out at the 42-yard line. 8:06 to go third quarter, and a little momentum on Utah State side here. They'll sort out the penalty flag.
During the return, holding, number 27, return team. 10-yard penalty, the spot of the foul. Utah State keeps the ball. First down, timeout.
So they will back him up. John Trell Rockamore, the guilty party. Matt Wells' team within 13. Got the football back. Back in Logan, Utah, 27-14 lead for Nevada. Wolfpack scored first to open up this third quarter, but an Aggies answer. Devontae Mays, a touchdown run on the last drive as they went 14 plays, 75 yards. Now after the punt, Utah State has it back. They'll start this series from the 32-yard line. Chucky Keaton, 9 of 19 through the air, 70 yards. They'll run it with Sharp on the edge, and a nice gain close to a first down at the 41-yard line. Lenny Jones bumps him out of bounds. Sharp is a big play guy every time he touches the football.
And I like what they're doing with Sharp. They're getting him the ball on the move, and Sharp is able to make plays in the open field. That's what you have to do. They're bracketing Sharp when he goes out and on routes, so they're getting him the ball in the open field.
And now to the outside, a first down pickup near midfield.
And although Keaton hadn't played a lot this season, he has a really good grasp of the offense. He knows where he wants to go with the football, and they seem to be in a very good comfort level right now.
And that was Kennedy Williams that time, so they get the receivers involved. And first down, carry to the 49-yard line.
And short, quick passes nullifies this pass rush from Nevada.
Three receiver look this time. Mays is in at the running back spot from the Nevada side of the field. Play fake. Keaton to the sideline. Catch made and near the first down stick. Hauled in by Sharp. Muhammad on the coverage.
And you're starting to see the effects on the Nevada defensive line. They're not getting as much pressure because it was a 3-and-out for the offense, and Keaton is doing a good job of finding the one-on-one coverage.
And he's starting to get into a rhythm now as Mays carries that one down to the 37. Remember, Chucky Keaton, 50-year senior, injured this year, not a lot of reps. His last game was at Washington. This is a guy a part of a 10-win team last year, 9 wins the year before. Utah State won 11 back in 2012. Keaton's been a big part of the success story here at Utah State, and he's starting to round into old Chucky Keaton form here. First down at the 37. Handoff right side. Mays breaks it up the middle. Mays bounces off a tackler to the outside. Devontae Mays to the pylon. They're going to mark him out of bounds just shy of the goal line.
And although he didn't score, that's got to be a candidate for top 10 plays of the week. Did you see the way he bounced off and spinned off a would-be tackler? The balance that he showed on that play, and then he danced the defender out of his shoes right here. He spins off, keeps his balance, and watch how he dances number 3 out of his shoes. Oh, goodness, that has to be a top 10 candidate right there.
36-yard run. And there's the fake you talked about.
And Muhammad right now is still trying to find himself. He got shook out of his shoes in the open field.
And Damian Baber, in the meantime, the freshman free safety, injured at the 25-yard line. Injury timeout here with the Aggies knocking on the door. We'll take a break. Utah State trying to make this a one-score game. Devontae Mays, 78 yards on the ground. A big 36-yard run. It was a beauty.
And ladies and gentlemen, watch Mays on this play. You see great strength, a willing not to go down, balance, and then right here, he makes Muhammad go to the sideline. He's got to get a new spat job on his ankles after getting jocked and faked out like he did on that play.
And on first and goal from the 2, they go straight ahead. Touchdown Mays. Nobody there. They crossed him up, and he made that look easy. And we have a one-score game here midway through the third quarter. A great response from Matt Wells' bunch.
And what's interesting is Nevada looks like the tired ball club right now. You look at Utah State, all of the energy seems to be on their sideline. That was an easy walk-in score for Mays. And when we came into this ball game, Coach Polian talked about Nevada, and what they like to do is wear teams down. Well, it looks like they're the worn-down team right now.
It's a great point. That's something that both teams take a lot of pride in. Is second-half play as Warren makes it a 27-21 game here with 6:25 to go third quarter. A couple Mays touchdown runs capping off drives. That one 68 yards. The previous drive, 75 yards. It looked like Brian Polian's team was going to run away and hide. Quite a response from the home team.
Well, what you're seeing from a Utah State ball club is a team that's hungry to put themselves in a position to get a bowl bid. A team that understands tomorrow's not promised. We have to take care of business today. We can't put ourselves in a position where we have to have a must-win next week against an opponent, an in-state rival. We want to win this ball game, and they haven't given up. And I like the way that Keaton has come in and energized his ball club. We talked about the senior. We talked about all the setbacks with the injuries, the various injuries he's had with his legs. But his legs have been key to them getting back into this ball game. Not as much his arm, but his legs and his ability to get outside the pocket and move around with the football.
And there's also something special about this team here at this stadium. 13-game home winning streak, third longest in FBS, 4-0 this season. They just believe they're going to find a way to get it done here. They had the big win over Boise State here, 52-26. That maybe gave them a little bit of false confidence. They turned over the Broncos 8 times in that one, but they're a different team here at Maverick Stadium, and that kickoff passed Mitchell through the end zone, and Nevada will have it on the touchback at the 25-yard line.
And in the second half, it's been the fact roll and visual show for Utah State on defense. These guys came into this ball game in the last 7 ball games, 131 tackles, 5 sacks, 16.5 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles, 5 fumble recoveries. These guys have played supreme defensive football the second half of the season, and you see it right now in the second half of this ball game. Can they come up with another 3 and out and get their offense back on the field against a tired Nevada defense?
Let's look at Vigil. Their leading tackler, 118 on the season coming in. Stewart and company from the 25. They'll try to run it up the gut. Nothing doing. As they stack that one up, and you got to think that now you want to force Nevada to throw the football.
But you have to be careful. If you force Nevada to throw the football, your defensive backs have got to make sure that Hassan Henderson is not able to get off. We've talked about that mismatch throughout this afternoon. They haven't been able to go to it yet, but he's getting man coverage on the outside without help over the top. The defensive back has to bump him off the line of scrimmage. Don't give him a free release.
Couple tight ends on offense here on this play as Stewart looks to throw it near sideline, and he overshoots Henderson. And now it's 3rd and long. But this is where the Aggies are at their best, when they can pin their ears back and come after them with their great pass rush. They've got them where they want them now, 3rd and 10.
And right now they've got Nevada second-guessing themselves. They come into this game as a run-oriented team. They're passing the ball when they're used to running it, even if it's 2nd and 10. So they're out of context with what they're used to doing.
22 sacks as a team coming in for Utah State. And be aware where Fackrell is, number 9. Vigil also showing blitz. They're coming. Stewart over the middle and incomplete. Intended for Henderson. Too tall with that one. 4th down.
And you saw Henderson frustrated. You see him shaking his arms coming off the field. Henderson was double covered. They had coverage underneath and coverage over the top. That's what you have to do. You can't allow him to get man coverage on the outside. You see the safety coming across, and I think that affected where Tyler Stewart wanted to go with the football. Really good job by Utah State on that defensive series.
And now Hunter Sharp, who already has a 96-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, back at the 34 for the Aggies. Alex Boyd gets the punt away for the 15. Kicks it near side. Sharp fields it at the 37. Makes a man miss. He's up to the 47. And down he goes there again. Excellent field position for the Aggies with 5:22 to go, 3rd quarter. Momentum has shifted considerably. It was 27-7 early stages 3rd quarter, and the Aggies have Big Mo on their side now.
Well, right now, you look at this Nevada defense, that's 2 straight 3 and outs. This defense is tired. They just got off the field. They're coming back on the field. You see guys looking over to the sideline to get the play call from the coaching staff. If you're Utah State, you don't have to get it all right now. You're 1 score down from taking the lead. Take your time right now. Do what you've been doing this entire second half. Get the ball to your playmakers in the open field and allow them to make plays.
Chucky Keaton now 12 of 22, 98 yards. Looking to throw it on first down. Sets up, fires it. It's caught, and a big hit put on the receiver, and a flag comes in. It was caught by Rodriguez, and he took a pop from Aswani Rufus, their leading tackler, and a flag comes in after the catch.
And he may be out of this ball game because that was a hit on a defenseless player, and he launched himself and led with the crown of his helmet. I would not be shocked if he's kicked out of this ball game.
Well, how did Rodriguez hang on for us? That was quite a catch.
I'm just glad that he was able to get up. I don't think he made the catch. I think he let go of the football. They're discussing right now. It looked like he launched himself, though, with the crown of his helmet.
Personal foul. Targeting. Number 2. Defense. The previous play is under further review.
They'll review it on Aswani Rufus, a redshirt freshman from Bakersfield, California. Here it is.
And let's see. It looked like he launched himself into the receiver. Well, he led with his shoulder. I thought it was the crown of his helmet, but he led with his shoulder. Honestly, that looks like a clean play to me. Live, it looked dirty, but when you look at it on the replay, that looks like a clean play. Yeah. He led with the shoulder, and he hit him in the shoulder, but because the receiver's head snapped back, it looked like he led with the crown of his helmet.
You're saying shoulder first, then the helmet contact after he led with the shoulder.
Yeah, but he didn't go up with intent to hurt the receiver or lead with the crown of his helmet. And that's what Coach Polian is talking about right now to the officials. It almost looks like they should overturn this penalty because he led with his shoulder, and he hit him in his shoulder pad, and the head of the receiver snapped back because of the force of the receiver coming one way and the defender going the separate way. See right here, watch, he leads with the shoulder, and he hits him in the shoulder and in the chest. He doesn't hit him in the helmet at all. I think it's a great defensive play. I don't think it's a bad play at all. And it's not a defenseless receiver because he's going for the ball, and the ball is right there. So, the receiver can see him. So, I initially live, it looked like it was a hit against a defenseless receiver leading with the crown of his helmet. But when you look at it on the replay, I don't think so. You see the head snap back from the receiver? I wouldn't be surprised if they picked this flag up.
Well, they're taking every opportunity to get every angle and every look at this one here with 5:14 to go third quarter. Keaton to Rodriguez. The hit. The ball did come free.
Looks like a clean play to me. Great adjustment by Rodriguez to get his hands on that football.
Thought for a moment he was going to hang on, but he did lose it. Now for the force of that hit. And this is a big call here. I mean, you could have a penalty that would put them inside the 40-yard line. All the momentum on Utah State's side. They just want to keep the train rolling here. They want to, then this could do that.
It just looks like a real good football play to me. Nothing dirty about it. No intent to hurt the other player. I think Rufus made a really good play on the football.
Rufus has had a big season. He's number 2 among freshmen in the Mountain West Conference in tackles, with 74 coming in, 43 of those unassisted.
Well, when you're the strong safety and you lead your team in tackles, that lets you know you come up and you make plays. And he's not afraid to stick his head in there.
Here we go.
After review, there is no foul for targeting. Second down.
And that's exactly what I thought. He led with his shoulder. He did not launch leading with the crown of his helmet, and he led with his shoulder to hit the football. The receiver's head snapped back, so live it looked like he led with the crown of his helmet and hit the receiver in his helmet. Really good call by the officials, and I'm glad they took the time to go back and review that.
Well, that's one of those plays that you need to see the replay of it to really understand what happened there. So it's 2nd and 10 now at the 49 for Utah State. Keaton will send 3 receivers to the left, and now in motion a receiver right. He looks left side. It's through the hands of Sharp and incomplete. It's now 3rd and 10. Tried to climb the ladder and get that one. That would have been quite a play. Mitchell on the coverage.
And Keaton put a lot on that football, and Sharp had to try and go up and get it. Just take a little bit off of it. Sharp was open. You see right here, Sharp has to go up and try and make a play on the football, and the defender gets under Sharp and doesn't allow him to come down comfortably.
3rd and 10. Sharp's your top target. Do you look for him again here?
I think you've got Robinson and Rodriguez again.
From the 49, rushing 4, Keaton under duress, and he has to get rid of the football, and he throws it up for grabs, and it's almost intercepted. Faremo was in there, and Fatuala almost had an interception. It's 4th down.
And Keaton looks like he got shaken up on that play. Let's hope he's okay. But that pass rush that we talked about earlier, they bring forward, they do a stunt, and the defensive tackle comes around the edge and is able to get pressure on Keaton and not allow him to set his feet.
Celeste Faremo, the junior, the nose tackle, was in there to put a pop on him. 4th down, and Dalton will try to pin Nevada back. Gets the kick away from his 38, a wobbler. Fair catch called for and made at the 18-yard line. And that's where Nevada will have it. So the Wolfpack get a much-needed stop. All the momentum was on the side of Utah State here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, if you're Utah State defense, you found a remedy for this running attack. Can you keep the pressure on Tyler Stewart? Can you keep clogging up that middle and not allowing Don Jackson and James Butler to get that running game going again? And can you be careful on the outside and not allow Hassan Henderson and Jericho Richardson to get going with the passing game?
So after the Andrew Sellis fair catch, they start this series from the 18-yard line. Stewart with Butler behind him. Here's number 20 on the carry to the right side. Can't get to the outside as the Aggies were there. Fackrell, and he got a lot of help from his teammates. John Taylor, the defensive end, was there.
And Torrey Green did a good job on that play, the outside linebacker getting up the field and not allowing Butler to get to the edge. You see right there, Torrey Green pressing up the field, and once Butler tried to cut it back, all the pursuit was there to bring him down.
There's a look at Fackrell, the guy we talked about in the open, a difference maker. He can change the game in one play. Butler, hemmed in, escapes the tackle. A couple tacklers, and he makes something positive out of the play. It looked like he was dead to rights. Jordan Nielsen was in the backfield. He somehow got away from him.
But once again, penetration by this Utah State defense. This defensive line and these linebackers are getting up the field and not allowing for Butler and Jackson to find lanes. Butler almost makes a great play cutting it back. But once again, this defense is doing a very good job in the second half, led by Vigil.
3rd and 5. The tight end, Gibson, shifts in motion. Stewart. Deep drop, in trouble. Green's got him, and he sacks him back at the 8-yard line. Torrey Green, the 5th-year senior, with a big sack.
And Vigil and Fackrell made the play because the quarterback Stewart wanted to go to the short pass. They curled back and covered the receiver, and Torrey Green gets in and makes the sack. Those are guys working together, recognizing what Nevada wanted to do on that play, playing their keys, and Torrey Green does a good job of getting Stewart and making the tackle and getting the sack.
His 4th sack this season. He excels against the pass, and he forces a punt from Alex Boy now, who stands deep in his own end zone. Rodriguez standing back near midfield. Boy hangs it up there. It's fumbled by Rodriguez, and Nevada has it. The Wolfpack jump on it, and they recover it near midfield. So Nevada gets another turnover, as that was Randy Uzoma recovering it for the Wolfpack, and turnovers have been so costly to the Aggies in this one.
And you've got to squeeze the football. You can't let it get to your body. You've got to squeeze that football. Rodriguez let the ball get to his chest and roll down. Big play for Nevada. Now, if you're Utah State's defense, continue to do what you did these last 3 drives where you got 3 and outs. bring pressure up the field.
Uzoma, a big play on special teams. First down at the 46-yard line. Stewart hands it right up the gut. Jackson breaks it for a first down, and he's down to the 42-yard line. Deshane Hines, the corner, on the tackle.
And this has been a game of momentum, and you see now the momentum has shifted back to Nevada. You see they finally get something going with that running game with Don Jackson. He gets up the middle of this defense, the heart of this defense. He gets to the outside to get another first down for Nevada.
62 yards on the ground for Jackson now on 16 carries. 3 costly turnovers, 2 interceptions, and a fumble on a punt return for Utah State, and that has been the difference in this game. From the 41, play fake, end around fake. Throwing it is Stewart, and he delivers a strike. It's hauled in by Wyatt Demps, the sophomore, and he picks up 7 on the play.
And that play had a lot of moving parts. Good job by Utah State's defenders to stay at home, stay on your man, not come flying up and try and make the big play. You see right here, a lot of moving parts, a lot of faking going on, but Utah State defenders do a good job of staying at home.
2nd and 3 now after Demps, the sophomore, makes that grab. In motion is Richardson. Handoff, Jackson between the tackles, and he has a first down inside the 30-yard line. You know, when they throw the ball and do the end around stuff, it's all to set up the run game. They're doing everything to set up Jackson and Butler, and they've been so effective.
Well, the one thing that Utah State's defense was doing early in this quarter is getting penetration up the field. Before that fumble, that muff punt return, they had great pressure in the middle of this offensive line, not allowing the running game to get going, because if you watch the way Nevada runs the ball, they like to run in between the guards.
Jackson remains as the running back. He has 66 yards. Butler has 123, his teammate back there, and there's a flag thrown as Jackson takes it off the left side and down to the 26-yard line.
And Mwala was held on that play. Great job by him getting penetration.
Holding, number 62, offense, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
It's Nathan Goldtree, the junior center.
And watch 51 Mwala. He gets up the field penetration, and the center grabs him and basically wrestles him down. And that's what you have to do. You get penetration, and you make those backs try and find a hole. That's where they've been most successful with their defensive pressure. Utah State is getting pressure up the field, pushing those linemen back, being stout at the point of attack.
1st and 20 now at the 40 for the Aggies, or for the Wolfpack, with 3 receivers split left this time for Stewart. Straight ahead Jackson, 2 yards, maybe 3, down to the 37, and that could be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Ian Tongiai, the sophomore defensive end, on the stop. Well, it's had a game with a lot of shifts in momentum. It looked like it would be all Nevada up 27-7 at the start of this quarter, but Utah State has battled back, and we've got a 6-point game as we head to the 4th quarter. Brian Polian's team looking for another score. 1 quarter to go from Logan. Both these teams hoping a bowl is in the cards. It's been a good one so far.